Imagine reaching into your pocket and pulling out a coin you have seen 1,000 times. A simple quarter, ordinary at first glance. But what if I told you that this exact coin, the 1973 United States Washington $quarter coin, could secretly be worth $12 million? Stay with me, because before this video ends, you might look at your spare change forever differently. Welcome back to Coin Value Guide, the channel where hidden history meets unbelievable value. And today, we are diving deep into one of the most mysterious and suspense-filled coins ever discussed by collectors across the United States. A coin struck in the heart of America during a time of change, power, and economic transformation. A coin that millions of people spent without a second thought. Yet a tiny number of examples are whispered about in collector circles as life-changing treasures. The 1973 Washington quarter. Now take a breath, because this story unfolds step by step, and every step matters. This coin was minted in Denver, carrying the D mint mark that so many people overlook, and that small letter could be the difference between 25 cents and $12 million. But do not jump ahead yet, because first you need to understand what this coin really is. The Washington quarter design honors George Washington, the first president of the United States, a symbol of leadership and freedom. On the front, his strong profile faces left, dignified and calm, a reminder of the nation's founding. On the back, the proud eagle spreads its wings, clutching arrows and olive branches, symbolizing strength and peace, and this design alone connects the coin to deep American heritage. But here comes the first twist. In 1973, the United States Mint was transitioning through subtle production changes, metal sourcing adjustments, pressure calibrations, and quality control challenges. Most people never noticed, but collectors later realized that certain quarters from this year, especially those from the Denver Mint, showed unusual characteristics. And that is where suspense truly begins. Imagine millions of coins rolling off machines at high speed. One tiny error, one rare die variation, one unusual strike, and suddenly history changes. Now let us slow down and look at the physical details, because these details are what separate a common coin from a legendary one. The 1973 Washington quarter has a diameter of about 24 millimeters, fitting perfectly between your fingers. Its thickness is just under 2 millimeters. Thin yet solid, its weight is about 6 grams, giving it that familiar feel you have known your entire life. But condition is where everything shifts. The coin we are talking about today is described as used, circulated, touched by time, passed through countless hands, maybe used to buy coffee, maybe dropped in a jukebox, maybe saved unknowingly in a jar. And that used condition is what makes this story even more powerful, because it proves that unimaginable value does not always come from perfection. Sometimes it comes from survival, from being overlooked, from blending in. Now here's the moment I want you to pause the video mentally and ask yourself, have you ever checked your quarters closely? If not, you may want to after this. And while you are thinking about that, tap like, because every like helps this channel bring you more hidden treasure stories. Now, let us go deeper. Collectors believe that extremely rare versions of the 1973 quarter may feature unique minting anomalies, subtle doubling in the design, unusual metal composition hints, or extraordinary strike qualities, and these are not always visible at first glance. Sometimes they reveal themselves only under magnification, lighting, or expert inspection, and this is why stories circulate of people discovering value years later, long after the coin was minted. Now imagine the suspense of sending a coin you found in a drawer to a professional grading service, waiting weeks, heart racing, checking the mailbox, and then receiving confirmation that what you held was not ordinary at all. This is how legends are born in the coin world. Now, here comes the part everyone waits for. The value, the whispered number that sounds unreal. $12 million. Yes, you heard that right. $12 million. This valuation represents the extreme high-end tied to the rarest known or rumored examples. Coins that combine scarcity, condition, historical context, and collector demand into a perfect storm. And while not every 1973 D quarter reaches this level, the possibility alone is enough to send chills through collectors. Now do not skip ahead, because the next steps could matter to you personally. If you believe you might have a valuable quarter, the first thing you must do is never clean it. Cleaning can destroy value instantly. Instead, handle it carefully by the edges. Store it in a soft holder and document where you found it. Next, seek professional authentication. Trusted grading services in the United States can examine the coin, verify its authenticity, and assess its features. And this step transforms speculation into reality. Now let us talk about selling, because knowing the right place is just as important as knowing the value. High-value coins are not sold at flea markets or random online listings. The right selling places include major coin auction houses, established numismatic dealers, and reputable auction platforms that specialize in rare United States coins. These venues attract serious collectors, investors, and institutions willing to pay top dollar, and this is where competition drives prices upward. Imagine watching bids climb higher and higher, knowing that a coin once ignored is now commanding national attention. Now, before we reach the end, I want to pull you back into the story, because this is not just about money. It is about awareness, about history hiding in plain sight, about the thrill of discovery, and that thrill is what Coin Value Guide is all about. If you are enjoying this journey, now is the perfect moment to subscribe. Because every week we uncover rare coins, shocking values, and stories that prove treasure still exists in everyday life. Comment below and tell us if you have ever found an unusual coin, or if you plan to start checking your change after today. Your story could inspire the next collector. And here comes the final cliffhanger, somewhere in the United States right now. A 1973 D Washington quarter could be sitting in a drawer, a wallet, a car cup holder, waiting for someone to recognize its potential. And that someone could be you. Share this video with other collectors, family members, and friends, because knowledge spreads opportunity. And as we close this incredible story, remember that if you loved this deep dive, you can send a super thanks to support the channel and help us bring even more rare coin value breakdowns to you. Stay subscribed to Coin Value Guide, because the next coin we reveal could be even more shocking, and you will not want to miss it.